Hello everyone, my name is Zhiyi. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 8, Human Resource and Politics. The first concept we are going to talk about in this chapter is called Human Resource Department. Human Resource Department is the first department you will interact with at a new job. This department is responsible for hiring, training, compensation, benefits, performance evaluation, complaints, promotions, and changes in your work status. Apart from the boss, the Human Resource Department is an employee's primary link to an employer. Then, it is about employee orientation. At the first few days of the employment, you will receive an employee orientation. This is the time when the company's purpose, structure, major policies, procedures, benefits, and other important matters will be explained. You may also be issued company property at this time, including an employee ID and keys. We should pay attention to the names and titles of the key executives, including the company's president, CEO, and vice presidents, utilizing the company's printed materials, its website, or an internet search. View current photos of this individual if available, so that if you have the opportunity to meet these executives, you will know who they are. Mentor. During your first few days at work, make an effort to meet coworkers and identify potential mentors. Who is mentor? A mentor is someone who can assist you in developing leadership skills, provide support, expand your professional network, and help you grow in your career. Mentors also provide you the opportunity to improve job skills and increase your potential for career advancement. A mentor will help you understand the culture of the company. Finding a mentor can be formal and informal process. Some companies have formal mentoring programs. In this instance, you will have the mentor who is assigned to help you succeed at work. Assigned mentors are often paid by the company to allow mentoring during work hours. Then, it's about the corporate culture. The corporate culture includes the values, expectations, and behaviors of people at work. By understanding the company's corporate culture, we will learn about its policies, and how co-workers and executives expect you to behave on the job. After a general review of the company, you will be given a booklet or a web link to an electronic version of the employee handbook. An employee handbook is that we should keep this employee handbook accessible and use it as a reference for major workplace issues. A representation of the company will review important sections of the handbook with you. Ask questions. Remember to ask questions on topics that you do not fully understand. After the handbook is reviewed, you will usually be asked to sign the statement and affirming that you have received the handbook, read it, and agree to the content. This is a legal agreement. Therefore, do not assign the statement until you become completely read the handbook and fully understand its content. Most employers will provide the employee a day or two to return a signed agreement. The employee also have the right to revise. The employer has the right to revise, which is a statement contained in the employee handbook that provides the employee the opportunity to change and revising the existing policies. You may ask to sign a separate statement affirming that you understand both the employee at will and right to revise policy if they are capable. There should also be policy in employee handbook regarding equal employment opportunity and discrimination, which state that the company does not discriminate or allow unlawful harassment of any kind, including sexual harassment, a hostile workplace harassment, or hate crime. This is very important. Employment at will policy is the next concept we're going to talk about. Employment at will policy does not contractually obligate employee to work for the company for a specific period. This policy applies to any employee who is not hired as a contract employee for the stated period of time. The contract employee literally have contract outline the term, start dates, and dates of the employment. If you are the employee at will, you may quit. An employer also have the right to revise. Remember of this concept, the right to revise. Then we are going to talk about what is full-time employee. Full-time employee work a predetermined number of hours per week. Normally, it is 13 or 14 depending upon the industry, and are eligible for this full-time employees are eligible for employer benefit unless the position is classified as exempt. Employees who work more than 14 hours per week are entitled to overpay. Part-time employees have various work hours and normally does not qualify for employer benefit as full-time employee. Temporary employees are hired for a specific period of time, typically to assist with heavy work period or to temporarily replace an employee on leave. Although that relationship still exists, more employers are hiring new employees as temporary employees to first determine if they are good fit with the company. Then we are going to introduce the introductory period. What is introductory period? The introductory period is also known as a probation or orientation period. It is typically the first 1 to 3 months of the employment in which the employer are provided time to evaluate a new hire's performance and determine if the new hire should continue as an employee. The new hire also has that period to decide if he or she wants to continue working for the employer. Near the end of the period, the new hire may be given a performance evaluation. If the employer are satisfied with the performance, the new hire will become a regular full-time employee and begin receiving benefits or other entitlements of the full-time employee. But if the employer is not satisfied with the new hire's performance, he or she can terminate the employee without cause during the introductory period. So, we should perform well, especially in this special period. What is job description? A job description outlines who you report to, exempt or non-exempt status, job duties and responsibilities, and skills needed to perform the job. A performance evaluation identifies how work performance will be measured. Performance evaluation contains various criteria that measure the employee duty productivity, efficiency, and behavior. So it is very important. Factors used to evaluate performance reflect the duties and responsibility included in a job description. Next, we are going to talk about the benefits that the employee may receive. The first concept is medical benefit. What is medical benefit, you may ask, and what it may include? The medical benefit includes coverage for physician and hospital visits. Physician coverage sometimes includes physician therapy service. If you or someone in your family utilize this service, make sure you understand the coverage and stipulations. Research emergency room access and coverage, as well as coverage for human resource and policies pharmaceuticals. Remember to check your coverage. Then it's about the vision benefit. What does the visual benefit include? Vision benefit include care for your eyes. Some plans pay for eyeglasses only. Others may pay for contact lenses or corrective surgery. Once again, be familiar with your plan and its coverage. Dental benefit provide care for your teeth. Check how frequently you are allowed to visit your dentist for routine checkups. Typically, it is twice a year. The whole importance of this page is to emphasize you need to know what coverage of your plan and what coverage of your benefit. Retirement plan. In this page, we are going to talk about the retirement plan. We should ask if the company offers a retirement plan. What is retirement plan and why it is important? A retirement plan is a saving plan for when you are permanently leave the workforce. If your company offers a retirement plan, remember to join it and start saving. By having funds automatically deducted from your earnings prior to receiving your paycheck, you will most likely not miss the money. Many companies that sponsor retirement saving plans are tax deferred, which means you does not pay taxes on these funds until you retire. This provides an added incentive to begin planning for your future. The next concept is the open door policy. An open door policy communicates to employees that the management and the human resource department are available to listen should the employee need to discuss the workplace concern. Think of policy as more of a we are here to listen and help policy. Trust this policy. Employers want to know about the employees' concern when they first arise so they can be dealt with as soon as possible and prevent the problem from becoming larger and recurring. So, you need to carefully utilize this open door policy and trust your employer. The next concept is, and also the last concept we are going to talk about is the unions. Why the union is important? Because a union is an organization whose purpose is to protect the rights of employees. This organization is a third party that represents you and your colleagues' interests to your employer. The representation is outlined in a contract between employer and the union. It's called the bargaining agreement. The bargaining agreement, you should remember this concept. Unions negotiate on behalf of employees on issues relating to salaries, benefits, work schedule, performance measure, other common employee matters. So, employees help each one of us in the workplace. Now, I have already talked about all the concepts in this chapter, and which remind us of all the concepts in the workplace. Thank you for listening. Bye.